Gemma, are you at home crying right now? Why don't you pick up the phone when I call you? Do you really not want to talk that badly? Come on, I'm your sister.
Izzy, I just don't really think that I can talk today.
Well, fine then. I guess we can just text. But you just broke off your engagement, right? How are you feeling? Are you okay?
I'm not okay at all. I'm feeling totally crushed.
I know. You must be so shocked about all of this, right?
I just don't get it. How did this happen? We had just decided on our wedding date. And we started looking at possible places to go for our honeymoon. Things were going so well between the two of us.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
He told me that he loved me. I thought we were going to be together forever. How did it all come to this?
So, Gemma, I have something I need to tell you, and I'm exactly sure of the best way to do it. You just have to promise me that you're not going to be upset no matter what I say. Okay?
What is it? What do you have to tell me?
Well, I'm the one seeing Mark.
Izzy, I don't understand.
Mark told me he wants to marry me instead.
Wait, what? You're kidding, right? That can't be right. Is this some kind of joke?
I swear I wasn't going to do anything because I knew it would upset you. But I could see how serious he was about this, and so well, I'm sorry.
Wait, so then, you told Mark that you'd marry him?
Sorry.
What? What is the matter with you?
Well, I thought you and him were basically through. I mean, it wasn't like he was going to propose to me if he had any intention of still being with you. So yeah, he asked me to marry him and I said yes.
Why would you go and do something like that? Don't you care about how that would make me feel? Don't you realize how much it would hurt for me to lose Mark this way?
Of course I felt bad for what I was doing, but I already said yes, so there's no point in being upset over this.
If you really felt bad about this, then you would have never said yes to him. How could you do this to me? You betrayed me.
I'm sorry, but how is any of this my fault when it was Mark who came up to me talking about getting married in the first place? All I said was yes, okay?
Is this some kind of joke to you or something? Do you really think that that kind of logic is going to fly here?
Well, geez, I get you're upset, but there's no reason to be so mean to me like this. I really barely even did anything. Besides, it's not my fault that I've always been the better-looking one out of us.
What did you just say to me?
I just mean that even when we were little, people would always talk about how I was the cuter sister. And meanwhile, you were just kind of plain, I guess. You never really stood a chance against me. So I can see why anyone would try for me over you.
Oh, please. Are you seriously trying to justify what you did with that stupid nonsense?
I don't think it's nonsense at all. Besides, I'm not justifying anything, just explaining what happened. Even in the past, so many of your boyfriends ended up dating me, didn't they? But who would have guessed that even as adults, this would still happen? I surprise myself sometimes.
Oh, please. I know that you planned this. You were probably planning to steal Mark from me all along, weren't you?
Listen, Gemma. The truth is that you and your fiancé weren't really in love, okay? Let's face it, you were never in love with him. All I did was step in and intervene before you both made huge mistakes.
No. And how would you know anything about that? There is no way that I'm going to buy that. What are you talking about? You have no idea how we really felt about each other. You just barged in and did whatever you want and didn't care who you hurt in the process.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Well, I can't help it if men, including your ex-fiancé, feel compelled to just throw themselves at me.
You have seriously got some nerve to say that. Do you realize that? Do you really think that I'm just going to let you get away with this? You ruined what was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of my life.
You really just need to calm down right now, Gemma. I mean, being upset isn't going to bring Mark back to you. Just find a new man and move on, okay?
I won't let you get away with this. Well, so then, what are you going to do? Are you really going to marry Mark?
Well, I did tell him that I would get married to him. But I don't know if I'm really serious about it. I mean, he would be pretty mad if that happened, right?
I really don't care what you two do with each other anymore. If you want it, why not go and marry him? Do what you want.
Are you really sure? You really wouldn't mind if we did?
I don't care anymore.
Will you come to my wedding if we have it?
Hell no! What do you think?
But you're my big sister! You have to be there!
You just want me there to have to watch you get married to Mark, and I am not going to subject myself to that. And I'm never going to forgive you for this.
Do you really hate me so much now, Gemma? I mean, we're the only sisters that we have in this world, you know?
Ever since we were kids, you've always gotten away with stealing things from me. Well, this was the last time. Don't call or message me. I never want to see you again.
Ugh, why are you being such a cow right now? I don't get why you need to be so mean when I didn't even do anything.
You have no idea how much more I really want to do to you. You've hurt me again when you're supposed to be my sister.
Hey, Gemma! Are you there? I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for making you plan all of Mom's funeral and dealing with all that paperwork. I'm just glad that you finally came back. I mean, you even finally unblocked my number. Does this mean that you're ready to talk to me again?
I only unblocked you because of what's going on right now. I'll have to ask you for some help with some of these forms at some point, and it's easier this way.
But we can also still make up and be friends again, can't we?
You're not seriously going to leave all the work for the funeral and stuff to me, though, are you? I mean, this is Mom we're talking about. You'd think that the least you could do is help me out with her funeral. Don't you think that's what she would want?
I wish I could help, but it's just all too hard for me. Besides, you're an accountant, so you're probably good with all those forms and stuff. So thanks for all your help.
You don't need to be an accountant at all to do any of this. I know that you're just lazy and don't feel like doing this for Mom or me.
Okay, fine then. What about you? You stopped talking to me and kept your distance from Mom. Do you think that's what she wanted to happen?
I did that because Mom always took your side in everything since we were little.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? How does she even take my side?
Well, 6 months after you ruined my engagement, Mom came to me and told me to forgive you. That's when I realized that no matter what happened, Mom would always take your side over mine. She didn't care about how badly I'd been hurt. So I knew that it would be better to keep my distance.
Sure, but then you went and kept your distance for 3 whole years. Surely you can forgive me about what I did now, right?
Don't you remember what I said? I told you that I would never forgive you as long as I live. You have no right to tell me to forgive you.
Gemma, you really hate me, huh? That makes me feel so sad.
I don't care. I don't care at all about what happens to you anymore.
How can you say something so mean to your own sister? I didn't even do anything that bad. And now that Mom is gone, we're all we have. You're not really going to go back to ignoring me after this, are you?
The only reason I'm seeing you again in the first place was because I had to go back to Mom's place. But I was dreading having to see you.
Oh, right. Speaking of that, I asked a little about this at the funeral, but I heard that you were getting married. That's pretty huge. Congrats on that.
I don't need your blessing. Leave me alone.
Well, I was just worried that I'd driven you into being a shut-in or something like that. I'm glad to see that you realized there were more fish in the sea, though.
I do not want to hear this talk from you right now. Do you understand me?
But your fiancé was that one guy you were with the whole time at the funeral, right?
I really wish that he didn't, but he wanted to be there since he never met my parents and now he never will.
Well, he sounds like a really sweet and thoughtful guy. You know, I've always thought that despite all of your flaws, you actually have good taste in men.
Do not even think of making a pass at my fiancé, Izzy. Do you hear me? In fact, he already knows all about what you did to me 3 years ago. He knows the kind of person that you really are and isn't going to fall for your little tricks.
Well, I guess we'll just see about that, won't we? But we know how men act once I walk into a room. It's like I'm a pretty flower and they're all bees that are eager to flock around me. I really have no idea what it is, but I guess I'm just that appealing to them.
Well, my fiancé is nothing like that. He's not that kind of person. Besides, you and Mark are still together, right?
What? No, Mark and I broke up a long time ago.
You are kidding me? So you two aren't even together anymore? I don't believe this. You blew up my engagement, my whole relationship, and you two aren't even together anymore?
Yeah, I think we decided to call it quits maybe 3 months after I stole him from you. It was my decision to end things. Of course he was cool and handsome and all, but it just didn't line up with exactly the image I had in my head. So I lost interest and broke up with him.
Oh, wow, Izzy. You're the worst person I've ever met.
Well, life is kind of funny like that sometimes, I guess, right? But anyways, that guy you were with today seems like a real winner. You must have something to you that makes men like that fall for you because it certainly isn't your looks.
I knew that I shouldn't have come back to deal with all this. I should have never unblocked you either. Please just never talk to me again.
Oh, what? You're going to block me again? But if you do that, then you'll never know when I'm going to pop up next, right?
Don't tell me that you're actually planning something right now. You better not be. If you think that I'm going to just sit back and let you get away with another scheme against me, you've got another thing coming.
Me? I would never do anything like that. I'm just so happy that we're getting to talk again like sisters. Gemma, are you there? I just wanted to tell you that I'm so sorry for doing it again. I've ruined 2 of your engagements now. Oh no.
What are you talking about? What did you do to my fiancé? Please tell me that you're not being serious. You didn't actually do what I think you did for a second time, did you?
So I guess that means that you haven't even noticed then, right? I'm sure you would have said something if you did.
What are you talking about? Just spit it out already. What is going on? Why do you always have to try and play these little mind games with me? It makes me feel like some mouse being batted around by a cat before it goes in for the kill.
Let's just say that me and your fiancé got to know each other quite intimately the other day. We've actually met up quite a few times now to go on dates and the like. It doesn't surprise me at all, but he clearly prefers me to you. Neither of us should be that shocked about that by this point, though, don't you think? I mean, you can't even really say it's ever even a contest between you and me.
Please tell me this is some kind of sick joke, Izzy. You didn't really do anything with him, right? How did you even find him?
Well, I actually went to your house and he just happened to be there.
But how did you even find out where we live? I never told you. This isn't making any sense to me.
I just happened to make some light conversation with your fiancé at the funeral. He was talking about how busy you were planning the wedding and all. Then I asked what he did for a living and he told me where he worked. And it was pretty easy to narrow down where you lived after that.
As in... what? You followed him home after work or something?
I might have.
What is the matter with you? You need some serious psychiatric help if you think that this kind of behavior is okay.
Okay, I wasn't following him. Jeez. I just so happened to be walking behind him on the same route as all. But you never noticed that since the funeral, I had been working my charms on him. Even on the day of the funeral, him and I spent the night together in a motel getting to know each other.
Why would you do this to me again? Wasn't once enough? What is the matter with you? Just leave me alone already.
But I can't help it. Besides, I just fell in love with him at first sight. He really is such a handsome man. You didn't really leave me with any other choice.
You have seriously got some nerve, do you know that? Why do you keep doing this to me? Why do you have to ruin everything when I'm just trying to be happy?
Oh, don't worry. This time I do actually take all responsibility for doing this. But I'd say it was worth it since he asked me to marry him.
You're kidding me. Please tell me that he didn't really do that. I don't know what I would do if I found out what you were saying is true. It would just crush me.
Of course he did. Do you really have any doubts that he would have? We said we'd get married just today, actually.
No, I don't believe you. He wouldn't do that to me. I know that he isn't that kind of man. You don't know my fiancé like I do. He would never betray me. He's better than that.
Well, I'm so sorry to burst your little bubble. But the fact is that we've already been seeing each other in secret for some time now. I can't help it if men can't resist my charms.
You're a monster, you know that? You're like a siren just sinking ships all around her.
I'm not a monster. I'm just a sweet, cute woman who can't help it if men love her.
I knew that this was a mistake. I should have never gone to Mom's funeral. I knew that you would find a way to worm your way back into my life.
Oh, come on. Don't talk to me like that. There really is nothing to worry about after all. If I ever get bored of him, I'll just give him back to you. And in the meantime, you can go out and find another new man that I'll probably end up stealing from you again afterwards.
I hate you!
Hey, Gemma! Are you there? Are you crying right now? Oh man, this is giving me huge flashbacks to 3 years ago. What about you?
I'm not crying at all, actually. Do you really think that you can make me break down whenever you want? You don't have that power over me anymore.
Oh, well, that's good at least. Maybe you have gotten a little stronger in the past 3 years.
What the hell do you want?
Well, I just feel really bad for you. But like I always say, it's not my fault that all your men prefer me to you. Surely you can forgive me for that, right?
Why don't you just come out and admit it, huh? You liar. I know that you don't know what you're talking about at all.
What do you mean? I'm not lying about anything at all. I really do feel bad for you. I mean, some of us are just born lucky, you know?
Well, you can do whatever you want because that guy who you thought you stole was not my fiancé. Are you sure you still want to marry him?
What are you talking about? Of course he is. Are you in so much shock that you've gone crazy?
I knew that something was up because he would never be the kind of man to betray me. But I understand now. You just have the wrong man.
I don't have the wrong man. I went to your house myself to check. I know that I got it right.
Oh, really? Because my fiancé actually has a twin brother. And his twin brother was actually staying with us for a few nights. They're identical, so you really shouldn't blame yourself.
Don't lie to me. That isn't funny. Your fiancé's name is Jake Marlowe. I called the man at your house and he answered, so there is no way that I made a mistake.
Alright, well, the thing about Jake's twin is that he's not the best guy around, and he probably realized he could get away with messing around with you.
What?
And to be fair to him, it seems that he was right. Because you couldn't think beyond your own simple desire to ruin your own sister's life. And that serves you right.
But why would someone go and do something like that? It doesn't make any sense. What kind of crazy person would go around pretending to be someone they aren't?
He probably just thought that you were cute or something. But he's always been the type to go after girls by pretending to be his much more successful twin. Actually, now that I think about it, you two would probably make a pretty good couple.
Oh, come on. This has to be some kind of joke, right? There's just no way. You're just trying to trick me as a way of getting back at me.
The thing is, I asked Jake if he'd been spending time with you recently, and he said that he hasn't seen you since the funeral. So then we thought that this mystery man of yours was his brother causing all this trouble. And sure enough, it seems we were right.
So then, it's all really true? That person really isn't your fiancé at all? He really is just his twin. I don't even know what to think. This is all so crazy.
That's right. It's just his no-good, rotten player of a brother. But this isn't the first time this has happened, and he gets in fights with his wife all the time because of stuff like this. The whole reason he was staying with us was because his wife kicked him out of the house.
Wait, wife? So this guy is married? Are you kidding me? I had no idea.
Well, it's true. Not only that, but his wife is actually pregnant.
So then, he's not your fiancé. And he's already married? Why would he do that? Why would he trick me like that?
I think he has really bad impulse controls. He sees a pretty girl and just loses all his brain cells. You'd think he'd have learned his lesson by now, right?
I don't believe this. This can't be happening. Why didn't you tell me that your fiancé has a twin?
At what point would I have ever mentioned something like that to you? And why would I have told you anyways?
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Are you saying that you wouldn't have even told me the truth even if you did know it? I'm your sister, you know. That is a pretty awful thing to say. What's your problem, Gemma?
I mean that you have always looked down on me and gotten your own joy from ruining mine. You got yourself into this mess. You can get yourself out.
You think that I slip up once and now all of a sudden you're all high and mighty? You don't get to look down on me. That's my job.
Well, you thought you could take whatever you wanted of mine with no consequences. Well, now you've gone and stolen the wrong thing and you're in big trouble. So face the consequences and see if I care.
Well, you're going to help me out at least, right? I mean, that's the least you can do since this is all your fault for not even telling me that there was a twin involved in all of this.
Nope. You used your feminine charm to get into this mess. Maybe you can try using it to get out of it. Either way, it's not my problem anymore. Have a nice life, sister.
See? I'm your sister. You just said it yourself. You can't just leave me. I need you to help me. What is going to happen to me? You have to say something. Please, I don't want to get in trouble. I just want a handsome rich man to marry. Is that really so bad?
After that, Jake and I moved away to a different neighborhood to make a fresh, new start, and then eventually we officially got married. Now we live a quiet, peaceful life, undisturbed by my sinister sister, and I love getting to concentrate on our careers in a new city as we enjoy our married life. I really am so lucky to have such a caring, understanding, and loyal husband. And one more good piece of news. We found out that I'm pregnant. So Jake and I can't wait to get to start a family of our own. As for Izzy, things really started happening after our last conversation. First of all, Jake's twin brother, his name is Dan by the way, and his wife got real mad at him, understandably, and she kicked him out of the house. Sure enough, she found out who Izzy was and slapped her right across her face when confronted. His wife also sued her husband for the affair. This meant that Dan ended up being charged with a hefty fine and had to take a second job to pay down his debt. So all in all, everyone got what they deserved, and I'm going to move on with my life.